So in case you've never eaten a lobster before, just so you know, it sprays everywhere because you steam it or you boil it and it has full of water. So when you break it open, water squirts and gets all over the person in front of you. So this is what's left of my lobster so far. I've taken all of the little legs off, I've taken the claws off, and there's a little antenna. This is his tail, and I'm going to break it off just by breaking it right in the middle, pulling it apart, and then you can see the green stuff there. That's called tamale. It's really good. We fight over it sometimes. So the first thing I do is I take these little pieces and I twist them, break them off so that they aren't in my way. Typically they'll just, the meat that's in there, kind of fall apart. Nibble on it. And break the end piece off so there's no more of those little flappers on the end of the tail. The easiest way to get it open is to take it and follow the way it's curved and just squeeze it like this. And that, you hear that? Cracks the shell. And then once that's cracked, you pull it apart, you reach around it like this, just spread it open. And then you can just reach right in and pull the tail out. So there it is, it's all empty, empty. There it is. The one thing to keep in mind with the lobster is that sometimes you get a male, sometimes you get a female. Looks like I got a female because there's little orange pieces in there that are egg. You want to get rid of those. But the other thing that you want to make sure you get rid of when you're eating a lobster is you want to peel off the top of the tail. Good stuff. Get rid of all the eggs. And the one last thing that you want to look for is called the poop chute. Typically it sticks to the bottom of the, this is not poop, this is tamale. Typically it sticks to the bottom in this little channel right here, so you can see a little bit of it there all the way down. It's usually fairly clean by the time you get it here because you just steamed it or boiled it, but you want to make sure you get a nice clean run through the tail. So you peel it open, make sure you can get all of the poop chute out. Just give it a nice little tug. And away it goes. Over there with the shells. And what I usually do when I get the tail out is I'll split it down the middle and then I will break it into little chunks so that later on when I go to eat it, it's easier. I don't have to worry about biting it, tearing it apart with my teeth. Ta-da! That is how you eat a lobster tail.
I like to pick the body of the lobster. It's pretty easy because each leg is connected, so there's like a joint in between. And if you have one of these type of picks, you can go right in there and you can scoop it out. And there's a lot of meat in there. Nobody usually picks it out because it's a little bit hard. But by the time you get all of it out, you have like a large chunk of meat left over that people usually just throw away.
And I'm eating the legs right now, which also a lot of people throw away. But there's a lot of meat in here too, so you just stick it in your mouth and you use your squeeze it out, and then you rip it off and suck it out like this. There it goes.
This is the better way to break a lobster tail. Typically you either boil or steam a lobster, and steaming is better. That's the more traditional way and it tastes better that way. First, you spread your lobster out like this, and on the bottom there's the flippers, and I just take the middle flipper out like this, and you break it off, and then you take your finger, you put it up there, and then you squeeze it out of the top like that. Then you discard the shell. I had a girl lobster, and it had eggs, so I had to peel back the top. I have to take out the eggs, and I have to take out the poop chute, which is coming along with the eggs. Throw it away, and then you have your lobster. Typically, I like to do it the same way my dad does, and go right down the middle, and then tear it into chunks. And then you have your lobster tail.